Hey everyone! Welcome to another amazing video on the Top 10 Binge. Today, we're going to take a look at some of the most bizarre, interesting, yet intriguing human sideshow freaks. From the original human lion-faced boy to the camel girl, you'll get a unique glimpse into the lives of these amazing people. So let's get started. Number 6. Lionel the Lion-Faced Boy. Lionel was one of the few people suffering from hypertrichosis who lived a full life, having friends, attending parties, and exhibiting himself in fairs. He always had a positive attitude and was proud of his condition. But despite his foreign conditions, Lionel was discovered by Mayer at just the age of 4. And as they say, opportunity can knock at your door anytime. Well, from then on, Lionel's life changed, and for good. He became famous all throughout Europe, getting the nickname Lionel the Lion-Faced Man. The most remarkable thing about Lionel was that despite being born with an affliction, he managed to make the best of it. He was known for his charm, wit, and ability to entertain. He was an inspiration to many and an example that it is possible to overcome difficult circumstances. Number 5. Ann Bevin, the ugliest woman. Ann Bevin's story might just startle you a bit, as she was not born with this condition, but apparently gained it over time. Anne was born in the year 1874 in London and was one of 8 children to her parents. During her youth, she worked as a nurse and later in the year 1903 got married to Thomas Bevin, who was a greengrocer. However, shortly after Mary got married, things took a turn in her life, and let's just say in her case, happened to be one of the biggest nightmares for any woman. She started experiencing the symptoms of acromegaly, which is a scientific term for a condition where one faces a form of progressive gigantism, causing abnormal growth and distortion of the facial features. Although she lived a normal married life with 4 kids, her distorted facial features left a scar in her heart for a lifetime. Number 4. Mademoiselle Gabriel, the half-lady. One of the most recognized freaks of the human sideshow, Mademoiselle Gabriel became known as the half-lady. She was a petite woman with a perfectly formed upper body and smooth waist. She had a beautiful complexion and long dark hair that hung down her back. However, below the waist, she had only a small stump which she hid beneath her clothing. Gabrielle was born in Basel, Switzerland in 1884. She first joined the circus at the Paris Exposition in 1900. After that, she traveled with the Ringling Brothers Circus, performing in the sideshows. The Ringling Brothers billed her as the half-lady, and she was able to command high wages for her performances. At Coney Island's Dreamland Sideshow, Gabrielle was a popular attraction. Her performances delighted the audience, who were always amazed by her grace and strength. Number 3. Lorello, the human owl. Martin was a dwarf, and the sideshow promoters called him the human owl because of his ability to rotate his head a full 360 degrees. He was often billed as the human bird of prey. He could also turn his head upside down and then back upright. He would demonstrate this for the audience and then finish off by spinning his head around with such a speed that his eyes would seem to bulge out of his head. Martin also had amazing agility and balance. He could do handstands and backflips with ease and would often perform the dangerous trick of balancing a chair on his chin while spinning his head around. Although Lorello passed away in 1959, his legacy lives on. Number 2. Wang, the human unicorn. Though the details of Wang's life and his whereabouts remain a mystery to this day, the story of the human unicorn has become a part of the human sideshow freak tradition. Wang's horn was certainly a remarkable sight, and one that could not be easily forgotten. It was an impressive appendage, standing almost a foot tall and looking like a genuine horn. Wang's horn was not a deformity or birth defect, but rather an actual horn-like growth that seemed to be connected to his skull in some way. Though some believe that Wang's horn was a hoax, it is hard to imagine anyone being able to successfully fake a growth like his with such remarkable accuracy. The story of Wang, the human unicorn, adds a bit of mystery and intrigue to the history of human sideshow freaks. Number 1. Harper, the camel girl. Harper was born in 1870 in Tennessee and had a condition called congenital genu recurvatum. This condition caused her legs to bend backward at the knee. Despite her condition, Ella became a sideshow performer and was known as the Camel Girl. She was a major attraction in the United States and Europe, earning acclaim from the public and from many doctors who studied her condition. Harper was an inspiration to many, and her story is an example of how a person can overcome physical disabilities and use them to make something of themselves. Ella was able to use her condition for her benefit. She was able to work and make a living as a performer. Her courage and determination are an example of how we can all overcome adversity and use it to our advantage. Harper was a sideshow freak, but she was also a symbol of strength and courage. The age of human sideshows has passed, but the stories of these 6 freaks will live on forever. Their courage and strength will be remembered for generations to come. So take a moment to appreciate their journey and struggle, and we'll see you in our next video.